never gonna die!
I was popping, everybody. Today we are going to talk a little bit about Halo Infinite Season 4 and some of the new stuff and some of the changes that's coming with the new update. So we are pretty close to Season 4 dropping for Infinite. I believe it drops on the 20th. Yeah, it drops on the 20th. You can see right here. And we're finally, with that, getting a lot of stuff that we've wanted since launch. Most notably, Infection and career ranks and stuff, which is going to be a lot of fun. So obviously we got Waypoint pulled up right here. I also got some of the Season 4 preview footage, so we're just going to go over this real quick and talk about some of this stuff, because a lot of this stuff is obviously really encouraging coming to the game. So hopefully it's going to improve the player experience and help with keeping some people in the game. But yeah, core progression or career progression, something that obviously we've been wanting for a very long time, and here you can see we finally have it. I know I'm a little late on this, by the way, but I've been traveling a lot, and I just got back from DreamHack Dallas, which is a dope event, by the way. Sorry I'm a little late on this, but I'm trying to hop on it. Obviously, this is super dope. We have our different tiers, and obviously you start at Recruit and go to Hero, which is, I guess, our new max rank. Very cool. Divisions of ranks, very similar to MCC, and obviously it corresponds with our actual ranked ranks. I don't know if there's a better way to put that, with obviously our bronze to Onyx system. So very cool. Finally some stuff to do for me as somebody who streams the game. Super fun to finally have something to be able to keep me on the game. When I play those other social playlists like Super Fiesta or Team Slayer or Rumble Pit or whatever the rotational playlist is, Team Snipers, a lot of the times it feels like I'm just playing to play because I've finished my battle pass already or all my weekly challenges already. And outside of that stuff, when there's nothing to do, no commendations, no challenges, no leveling up, it's very hard for people to want to stay on the game, I feel like, and for me especially, I feel that way. And so finally having something to do, something to grind for, even when there's no battle pass, no event, no weekly challenges, having something to do with these ranks, similar to like we said, MCC, how it works in that game. It's going to be very, very fun, and I think everybody likes it this way because I think everybody was pretty fond of the MCC system. Plus, we get our military ranks back. You see, you go private, Lance Corporal, all the way up to Major, Lieutenant Colonel, Colonel, General, all this shit. With Hero is the max rank, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool way to put it. So here they answer some of the different FAQs and stuff and where your rank shows up. So it seems like your rank is going to be very prominent. It's going to show up on your card and all this stuff, which is cool. Blah, blah, blah. Whole bunch of cool stuff. So big thing as well is it's not going to include any of your previous games played, so it's going to start everybody at the minimum rank, whatever it was, Recruit. Everybody's going to start at Recruit on June 20th, and it's not going to include any of your previous game history, which some people were upset about, but obviously you understand. There's no way to keep track of all that, especially when there wasn't anything. I guess there wasn't any system in the game for this to keep track of it, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's career ranks. So on to some of the main stuff. Obviously, the content of the actual update. Shout out to Tashi, by the way. Shout out to Big Tosh. But yeah, we got some new HCS skins, which is cool. Obviously, if you're a fan of the esports side, like me, this is some cool stuff to see. To be able to support the teams and get some cool new skins. Which it seems like there's some different variations as well. They had new BRs. They had stuff for the Hydra, stuff for the pistol, AR. I think there was a bunch of different stuff. But obviously, the main takeaway from that was this new BR variant, which looks very cool. Looks very I don't know, like a fucking. It looks like a Star Wars gun, bro. I think it looks pretty dope, though. I think it looks pretty cool. Some Bulldog skins as well. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. I saw a lot of people. Some people were upset as well that you had to buy one of the HCS packs. In order to get the BR variant, because I think that's what it is you have to buy any of the HCS team packs. I don't think it matters which one, and you'll get access to the variant, which some people were upset about, but I think it's a cool way also to incentivize, because I think the main thing that I saw was that people who weren't interested in the esports side were kind of upset that they had to buy an esports related thing to have access to this thing. But also it's I don't know, I kind of like it because you're sort of supporting the community in a sense, because you're supporting the organizations that are putting their faith in Halo and still have their teams in Halo when there's not a whole lot of good stuff going on in the community right now. So So like there's also that, there's like the community support sense, but also like from a more broad standpoint, like there's a lot of cool skins in there. So moving on to the actual like meat, the content portion of the update, which is like the main focus of this video, obviously, in the update is we've got some new maps. This is, I think there's gonna be a couple new maps, but I believe this is the one that we've seen the most so far. This is Forest. This is very, a lot of people have already pointed out, this is very, I'm going to mute that, this is very like Delta Halo, very Sanctuary Halo 2 Anniversary vibes. Looks very cool, it's very vibrant, it's very pretty. Obviously it's, you know, out in the nature, like I said, in that sort of Delta Halo kind of vibe. So, so very, very good looking. It should hopefully be fun to play on. As you can see, some of that sort of Forerunner Delta Halo looking architecture in this, so it looks pretty cool. Hopefully it's good. But then obviously moving forward to Infection, this is the main thing everybody's excited about. So obviously with all of these things, like the career progression as well as Infection, we could say like, oh, like this should have been in the game from the launch, which I think Infection and career progression was in most, I'm not going to say most of the Halo games, was in, like, Infection, I think, was a pretty, like, mainstay feature of all the Halo games. I think it might have been a little late in Halo 5, but ever since Infection's been around, it's been a mainstay, as well as core progression, ever since, I guess Halo 3 had it with the XP, but really Reach had the sort of traditional ranking up. But yeah, overall, it's good stuff, and it's good that it's being added to the game. I'm happy that there's finally going to be this new content, and hopefully some stuff that's going to keep people on the game. But obviously, like there is that flip side of, you know, this stuff should have been in the game on launch, which I definitely understand that. At this point, as a Halo fan, I'm trying to maintain my sanity. I'm trying to go glass half full with all this stuff. So, so I'm trying to look at the bright side of it. And hopefully this is fun, and like I said, improves the player experience and keeps the people in the game. So it looks pretty cool from what we can see. They have like a lore explanation for the Infected, which is like the narrative event, and obviously the whole season is called Infection. It's called Season 4 Infection. So it all ties together, which is pretty cool. Obviously it's not that big of a detail, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of fun that they're tying it all together. But then on top of all the new content, we've got some new equipment and stuff that they're adding to the game. Most notably, I think, was this quantum translocator thing. This thing looks really cool. So they show it essentially. You create a portal, you drop it somewhere, and then when you activate it at a later point, it creates a portal, and you can sort of like glitch back through it, reminiscent of some different abilities we've seen in some other games. So like the thing that they show right there is he drops the thing in the top of the vent, and then when he's being chased, he just portals away. Which is very cool. And then they have another example they show here in a second where somebody throws a sniper off the map and he's able to like catch the sniper and teleport back onto the map, which is super cool. So this is, I think, probably the coolest equipment part. See, like right here, it catches the sniper, teleports back on the map. There's some really cool playmaking potential with that. Definitely, like I enjoy with Infinite especially. I enjoy the equipment that allows for cool playmaking and cool. Like if we want to have the equipment in the game, then let's like amplify the cool shit. Is I guess my whole take. And so I love seeing cool grapple plays, cool repulsor plays, all this stuff. Hopefully, this also, like I said, allows for that awesome playmaking and sort of hype moment potential. I just love leaving room for cool stuff, because that, I think, when used right, will be a very cool ability. So yeah, there was that, which is very cool. And then the other equipment that was shown was the Threat Seeker, which is the sort of a altered version of the, I think it's called the Threat Seeker in campaign, but I'm not entirely sure. And this one is a little bit sus. So obviously we're not sure about this because of all the whole seeing through walls thing. So this is the one that everybody was sort of the most up in arms about. Obviously, we'll have to see it in action first before I can really judge it and like say definitively like whether or not it's good, whether or not it belongs in competitive, or whether it's like just a social thing. But I don't know. It definitely is a little bit strange looking. And the example that I think they gave wasn't really the best. But it should be interesting to see. Hopefully it's not horrible and weird and game breaking. But if it is, I imagine they just won't put it on the map. Yeah, we'll have to see, and hopefully that'll all be good. Come June 20th, whenever this all drops. But yeah, just a little quick overview of the Season 4 stuff, and I just wanted to sort of give my take on it. Because we talked about sort of, I mean, there's sort of really two sides of it that I'm seeing right now. There's a lot of people that are glad that Halo Infinite's finally going to get some cool stuff to play, and some fun stuff to keep us on the game. But then on the flip side, there's a lot of people that are upset that we didn't have this stuff in the first place, and you know, the game saying that the game suffered for it, and that maybe it's in the position that it is now because of that. Which I understand both sides of that. And just to sort of give my take on it, like I said, I'm trying to take the glass half full approach here. So like, it definitely sucks that the game's in the position that it is, and I hope the best for it, and I hope that it succeeds. But yeah, we just kind of got to take it for what it is at this point. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the new stuff, and I hope it's good. And personally, candidly, like, I don't think Infinite is ever going to get back to the level of hype that it had around release. You know, where everybody was talking about it, big streamers were playing it. It had a lot of hype, and a lot of people were talking about it and playing about it. I don't think it's ever going to be to that level of popularity or relevance again. But also, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. You know, Halo 5, for what it was worth, was a pretty small, pretty tight-knit community, but it had a pretty solid player base, and a pretty solid viewership base for the content creators and the tournaments and the stuff that was going on. So to that point, I don't know that we can ever get back to that level of relevance that we were at before Infinite released or around the time of release, but I think we can gain back you know, a solid player base, and we can get to the point where the game is at least healthy, which is, I think, what we all want. Healthy player base, healthy game, just want a decent amount of content, and a game that's fun to play. You know, I was talking about it with the career rank stuff earlier. I just want to play the game and feel like I'm not playing it just for the sake of playing it, or, you know what I'm saying, I want it to be fun and have stuff to work for, and you know, stuff that keeps me coming back. But yeah, that's my point. That's a little more long-winded than I wanted it to be, and I talked for a little longer than I wanted it to. But yeah, that is the Halo Infinite Season 4 stuff. So hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all are looking forward to Season 4, which, like I said, drops in just a few days. So I'm going to be on the game, going to be grinding a lot. Make sure you go check me out on Twitch. Link is down in the description, as always, for every single video, as well as my Twitter and my Discord and all that stuff. Go check us out. I'm still trying to go hard and make all this content and stuff. And Season 4 is pretty exciting. Definitely looking forward to, like I said, the career ranks and the infection and all that stuff. So yeah, let me know your opinions in the comments, what you're thinking about all the Season 4 stuff, as well as how you feel about these kind of videos and me just talking about the updates and the new content and stuff. It's something that I think I want to do more, just to sort of have some more consistent content, as well as to sort of keep myself more in the loop. I think it works both ways. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, let me know in the comments what y'all thought. Remember to go check out all my stuff down in the description. And yeah, that's going to do it for me today. Much love, much respect, as always. Stay tuned.